Hello, thank you for joining me. Today's video is going to be a bunch of fun. These are they're called fake sprinkles. I received these in the Happy Mail, and I just put that video up the other day. If you haven't seen it, I will post a link to it in the description box below. I actually called them sequins when I was opening the box up, but they're actually called fake sprinkles. So there's a total of 12 in this package, and they're all so cute, and they differ a little bit in their designs. But I've picked 3 out today that I want to use, and I want to show you what I plan on making. So let me set those aside. I have picked out 3. This is just peppermints and Santa faces and little red, I'm going to call it confetti looking stuff. This has got the green and red and white peppermints, chocolate chips, and snowflakes, and then the little red confetti looking things. And this one it's got Christmas gifts and little snowmen, stockings, all kinds of fun stuff in it. Cupcakes. I want to use these 3 fake confettis. And what I want to do today is I want to pour 3 different coasters. Now, I made coasters for the grandkids last year, and I actually added just the real candy sprinkles, but they were nowhere near as cute as what these are. And with these, I think I won't have to worry about them melting. I did worry about that last year. The first thing I want to do is I have mixed up 40 milliliters of resin because I just want to do the rims first. So I want to add some of it's just ruby resin pigment. I want to add some of that. Let me go ahead and get that stirred in. I'm going to start with, I'm going to say 4 drops, and then we'll see. And I haven't quite decided. I want to pour this in, give it a couple of hours to cure, come back in with some clear resin, and then add the sprinkles. And by that time, I should know if I want to actually back them with some of the ruby red as well. That's still pretty. I want it translucent, but I want a little bit darker than that. So let me add another 4 drops. And I am just getting this all over my gloves. Okay, let's get this stirred. And on the molds, the square one, the rims are approximately 10 milliliters each. The base, I'm going to call the base anything that's not the rim. The square one holds 100 milliliters of resin. The circular one, 50 milliliters. And then this one is 60 milliliters, according to my water measurements. Okay. I think that's going to be, I don't want it too dark because I want to be able to see these cute little sprinkles in there. So let me see if I can ever so carefully just get this around the rims. And I mixed up a little extra on purpose. Mostly because I don't trust my water measurements. Oh, let me stop there and let that start spreading. Let's see if I can get some in here. And I'll clean this part off after I do the whole tool around the edges for the bubbles. I am just not very good at these little small details. I just get it everywhere. And maybe I mix just enough. I have a lot of trouble when it comes to the water measurements and the actual size. And I thought about adding glitter to this, but I don't want too much bling going on. I think the sprinkles are going to be just fine. Let me stop there. I'm going to go ahead and grab my dotting tool and go around the inside and the outside edges. Wrong side of the dotting tool. Just in case there's some little bubbles hiding, I prefer to not get bubble pits if possible. All right, let's go around this one. And then I'll clean my mess up after I'm done doing this, because I knew I would make one. I just am trying really hard to avoid any bubble pits. And I'm going around the inside and the outside. I'm going to give that a chance to fall back down, if it will. And while I'm doing that, let me go ahead and use an alcohol wipe and just get the edges. I just think that these are going to be so fun. I just love these little, I already forgot what they're called. Sprinkles. The little fake sprinkles. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to carefully get around this. So I really don't want it to go over the edge. And what I'm going to do is I will let these cure for, I'm going to say 2 to 3 hours. It's starting to get cold out. It does take a little bit longer to cure when it's cool. 2 to 3 hours. And when they're good and sticky and I think that it's safe to pour some clear on top, I'll come back and pour the clear and add some sprinkles and see if we can't make some super duper cute coasters. So I'm going to continue to clean these off, and then I'll meet you back here when we're ready to add some resin and add these cute little sprinkles. See you shortly. I have mixed 200 milliliters of resin, and see, if you notice here, I have the earring molds out. Now these are molds that I recently received from Let's Resin. I've not used them yet, and since I had a little bit of the red left, I thought I would go ahead and put those in there. And then I started thinking it would be fun to make some Christmas earrings. But first thing I want to do is I want to get some resin down in these coasters. And I am going to leave a little room because I think I am going to dome them with a different color, or back them, excuse me, with a different color. Just because if they're clear, whatever you set them on, that's what you're going to see. And so I think I do want to put some sort of backing. I haven't quite made my mind up yet as to what, but I'm leaning toward white with some glitter. Let me just, I'm going to pour a little bit in this little cup. It just makes it easier for me to control. And I'm going to see if I can't get a little resin down here. Hopefully control it. I don't want overflow. I think I want to do these round ones. And I hope you can see this, because I don't, when I get ready to place the sprinkles in, I'll try to move the camera a little bit closer. I was thinking, I don't know if there's any cupcake molds out there, but if so, these sprinkles would look really cute in like a cupcake jar mold. All right, I better stop there. I don't know. I hope I've saved room. I may have to scoop some out. Let me see where I'm at with these. I think I definitely have more room in the square. Let me grab my stick, add some more resin to the square. Let me give it a check. I may have to dip some of this out. I think I have that a little too deep. Well, I still have some resin left. I may want to put, yeah, I think I want to put a little bit more in here because I don't want a real thick backing on it. And a little here. I'm sorry for getting my hand in your way. And we'll see where we're at there. Yeah, that really saves a little room for backing. And I still have a little resin left, so let me pour this last little bit in this cup, in this little bitty cup, and see if I can't maybe make a couple of sprinkle earrings, couple of pairs. Okay, let me set that aside, get the sticky off my hands. I'm going to grab a little popsicle stick because I do believe I have too much in this one. I want to be able to put some sprinkles in it. That one looks like I have plenty of room. We'll find out, I guess, when I start putting the sprinkles in. All right, well, let's see here. How about, see if I have enough to do these. And maybe leave a little in the cup in case I need to put a dome on them. All right, I'm going to let that sit like that, and let's go ahead and start having some fun with some sprinkles. I'm going to start with the circle, and I think I'm going to use, this is the one that's got like the cupcakes and presents and stockings, and I'm just going to, I don't know, let me see if I can't sprinkle some on top, and then I will scooch them around. Oh, those are so cute. And I will move them around. Ooh, that was a bunch. Better stop there. Let me see if I can't get those moved around a little bit. I don't want them. Oh, and there's little penguins in here too. How cute. There's a hodgepodge of all sorts of things. Let's see if we can't separate the penguins a little bit and the Santas, stockings, all kinds of fun stuff. Kind of dip those down and see if I can't move them a little bit here and there. These are so cute. And yeah, they will. I'm just going to dip some of them down so they'll show through and so I can separate them some. Little gingerbread man. Just all kinds of fun stuff. I'm going to let that set for a second. Let those get damp. And let me go ahead and use these. These are the little red peppermints, Santa faces, and confetti. And I think I'm going to put these, I'm going to sprinkle some in here and see if I can't move. Come on, I need some peppermints. Let me put them in a cup here because I do want some, I don't want just Santas. So I'm going to pour them in the cup and I will pour them back in the container because I definitely want some of these peppermints in here. They're so super cute. I'll move those around with the tool in a minute. Let me just grab some more peppermints. Yep, I definitely want more peppermints. I'm going to have to use a funnel to get these back in the container. Oops. Let me clean my tweezers. I don't want to bond these together outside of the piece. All right, let's see if I can grab some sprinkles. I think I have plenty of Santas in there. These are cute. Okay, let me play with these for a little bit. Kind of move things around and squish them down. I'm giving them some taps too, especially the peppermints. Those are kind of thick. And I certainly don't want bubbles underneath if I can avoid it. These are cute. I need to spread the Santas out. And I think white with some glitter, an opaque white, would make a cute backing. Get that down there. These are cute. Let me spread it out a little bit. I don't want too much in here, but I don't want not enough either. And it is cute. The Santa faces are different sizes. I just realized that. Okay, let me try and push some of these down now. Kind of get them spread around. And I don't suppose I have to push them all down because they'll be kind of 3D-ish if I leave some of them floating on the surface. I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to take it out. Looks like just a scrap of something. Okay. Let's set those aside. Let me try and pour them back in their container. I might be able to do it without making too much of a mess. I'm going to do it away from the resin projects though. Oh my, I just scattered some, but I don't think I got it where I didn't want it. Alrighty. Now, last but not least, and I haven't figured out, I may try to just put some of these in with the earrings. They're super cute. Right, here we go. Let's sprinkle some on here and see what we end up with. These mints may be a bit too big for the earrings. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pour some in this cup. Clean my tweezers. I'm going to take some of the little tiny mints and get the big mints out of here. And then I'm going to sprinkle the smaller stuff. These are just, they look delicious actually. Clean my tweezers and see. All right, I'm going to just try to sprinkle some of these and then, oops, I see a couple more big mints. And I don't think these will fit in the earrings. They may, but I'm not going to try. I'm going to sprinkle some in here and I will move things around, manipulate things. Oops, there's another big mint. And maybe they will. Let me grab one of these. See if I can't make them somewhat matching. Let's get some chocolate chips around. Whoa, that's a lot. Because I want some negative space in there. I'm not too sure how I feel about the earrings. I guess we'll see when it's time to unmold. Let me go ahead and mess with this for a little bit, and I'll go back to the earrings. And yeah, I may leave some of those floating just because that looks kind of cool. I'm going to sprinkle some more on here. And then maybe I do these earrings with a different. Let me grab this little bitty mint, put it up here. The earrings won't match exactly, of course, but they are cute. I love these sprinkles. Get that in there. Make sure it's all in there. All right, I think I am. I think I'm going to, let me see what's in this bag and do these two. And I said I was going to move you up, and I didn't. Let me see what's in this bag. And they're so cute. Oh, here's some that's, again, all different colors. Christmas trees, Santa Clauses, mints, little squares with hearts. And the mint looking things are all different colors. So it's kind of rainbowish. Again, I'm going to use the little cup because it's just easier for me to control. And I don't think I'm going to need as many as I pulled out. I'm making a mess. Oh, but these are cute. And yeah, these will need some more resin in them. And I need to pick up the messes I'm making. But these are very rainbowish. This looks like, I don't know if it's a purse or a mushroom. Really cute though. A little Christmas present. Oh, these are cute. I just love these sprinkles. Let's see if we can scooch some things around over here. And I will, on these little diamond looking earrings, I will need to add a little more resin. And I do have some set aside because I thought that might be the case. I hope I'm not overcrowding the earrings. These are really super cute. All right, let's just go ahead and put this in here, and then I'll mess with the coasters a little bit more. Let me grab the stick here. And I may end up having to mix just a teeny tiny bit more for the earrings. Let me see if I have any more left in my cup. Oh yeah, I do. That may be perfect. Oh, making a mess. I need to spread these out or something over here. Maybe add a couple more. I don't want to add too many more, but a couple. Oh, these look like fun. These earrings just look like fun. And I want to give another shout out to you, Julie. Thank you for these. They're so cute. I love them. All right, I'm going to set that aside. Maybe put it in here before I spill it everywhere. These are super cute. And now I think, on this one, it's still a little too scattered. I really don't want them all just gathered in the center there. Super duper cute though. I love these. And there's so many different ones to choose from. What I am going to do is I am going to actually wait for 2 to 3 hours, and then I'll come back with some white with some glitter, and we will finish the backings on these. Let me scoot you back again. All right, well, I will see you shortly. I've tried to mess with my camera a little bit so that it will focus a little better, because I really want you to see just how cute these are. These are like the rainbow ones. They're so cute. And I'm hoping this will work with the camera. We'll see. If not, I'll have to mess with it some more. They're just so darn cute. These are just 4 of the 12. Anyhow, it is time. I have mixed. Let me try and scoot this a little bit this way and this way. I have mixed 60 milliliters of resin. And I have pre-mixed the white pigment paste. I want to put just a little bit in there and try to get it in there and not every place else. I just want a little bit, and we'll see if I need to mix more or not. So let me set that aside and see what I think. Yeah, I'll definitely, I think I need a little bit more than that. So let me go ahead and put just a little bit more in. Just a little. It's just a little tiny bit on there. Throw that tissue away and see if we can't get this mixed. I think that's going to be good enough. I can use some more mixing, and I will do that in a minute because I want to put some glitter in it as well. So let me grab that glitter. And this is the Glitz Brilliant. I love this stuff. It's an extra fine glitter, because what I'm hoping to achieve, I want to put a couple of spoons in there. That's just these little spoons. What I'm hoping to achieve is like a snowy look for the bottoms. So let me give this some good stirs. And 60, I hope, will be enough. Let me see if I can see that glitter in there. You know, I think I'm going to add another spoon of glitter. I really want it glitzy. And you can't probably see them very well right now, but these little earrings, and I can't pick it up because they're not cured fully, but they look so cute. Even just the plain red ones. I think this is a pretty cool mold. If I have some white left over, maybe I can make another set, but I don't know if I'm going to have any left over or not. All right, I want to kind of see again just how, yeah, I think that's glittery enough. It's not showing up on the camera, is it? It's pretty bright on the camera. My camera's not acting right. Okay. Yeah, my camera is not acting right. Let me do a quick something and see if I can fix it. I hope that that helps. All right, let me grab my stick here and see. I hope this is enough. It should be. I really didn't save a whole bunch of room, but I never know. I never know. I mean, if I would just pour a straight mold, maybe I would know, but I don't. I may have to mix more. I have a tendency of wanting to mix layers and so forth. And if I need to do more for this one, I'll do it off camera because you know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just waiting for that to spread, and I do believe I'm going to have to do just that. I just don't want to go over. I do not want to go over. I actually thought there was less room in these. Let me grab my tool here and see what I think. I'm definitely going to have to mix more for the square. I really thought 60 would be enough, but it's not. Those look pretty good. Those look pretty good. I'm going to add the last little bit that I have, which is very little, to the circle. And then I will mix some more off camera real quick and take care of the square. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and do this square off camera. And then I will meet you back here when it's time for the unmolding. See you shortly. It is time for the unmolding. And I'm going to start with these earrings. They just look so super cute. So let me pop them out first. Oh, look at that. I don't know how well you can see that. Let me see if I can put some white in the background. Those are so, so cute. Go ahead and pop this one out. I really like these chunky earring molds. And as you can see, I did, when I poured this, I had a little white left over, enough to do 2 little diamonds. So that's what I did. Let me see what these look like. Oh, I don't know if you can see all the glitter. They all look Christmassy, but I just love these with the sprinkles. They are just so cute. All right, let me pop the other 4 out here. And I'm going to go ahead and try to make a 1 or 2 pairs of earrings, and then I'll hop back on here. I'm going to go ahead and unmold this stuff first, but I'm going to go ahead and put some hardware probably on these really cute. I just love these. On the ones with the sprinkles, and then hop back on here and show you the end results of that. But these, even the little white diamonds with all this sparkle, so cute. Very Christmassy. Let me set those aside for a moment. And I guess I'm going to start with the circle. And I ended up actually pouring 40 more in the backs of this one. I honestly thought that it would take a lot less, but I was wrong. I definitely see that there's some Humpty Doos on this I'll have to take care of. Let's see if we can pop it out and see what the end results are. Oh, look at that. I'm so glad I used the white glitter in the background. I don't know how well you can see that. It is so cute. I love these sprinkles. How much fun. I mean, a lot of Humpty Doos. But that just looks so Christmassy and cute. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. I just love those. I may try to bring the camera down again here in a minute. Oh, look at that. Again, some Humpty Doos. But how cute. I love those sprinkles. I'm so glad that I chose the white sparkly background. That does look like snow. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. I love these sprinkles. Oh, they are so adorable. They look delicious. Oh, look at that. Because some of these I left floating. There's definitely more of a 3D effect on this one than the other two. Oh, but they're so cute. Those are cute. Let me know what you think of the coasters in the comments below. Let me see if I can pull you down a little bit so you can maybe get a better look at these. And then I am going to go ahead and let me scooch that over. See about putting, these are so darn cute. Putting some hardware on these. And then I'll hop back on here and show you the end results of the earrings. These I just love. I love the sprinkles. Absolutely. All right. Well, I'll see you in just a minute. I'm still kind of working on my focus. Let me pull these up one more time and then I will show you the earrings. This is just so cute. That one. Just super cute. This one. I just love the sprinkles. Absolutely. All right, the earrings. Let me pull this over here and kind of pick it up. The black background I thought would help. But aren't those just absolutely adorable? And there's the ones with the mints. I absolutely love these. And I will work on putting some hardware on these as well. I love the chunky earring molds. Absolutely. This is the end of the project. Let me know what you think of the final results in the comments below. I do want to thank you for watching and ask you to consider hitting the like, share, and if you haven't already, the subscribe buttons. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks.